don't have money for things that matter, stocks, bonds, savings, things like that. But then they'll go spend money on food, Netflix, things that are just frivolous, And when I say food, I mean things that they don't have to eat. They're going to Ruth Chris, they're going to, these places when it's like, bro, this may be a home cooked meal type of day. This may be that type of vibe. Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, SoFly Energy Eli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe to this. Today's video is about why most people stay broke their entire lives, man. Listen, majority of people stay broke because their habits are terrible. They'll say they don't have money for things that matter, stocks, bonds, savings, things like that. But then they'll go spend money on food, Netflix, things that are just frivolous, And when I say food, I mean things that they don't have to eat. They're going to Ruth Chris, they're going to, these places when it's like, bro, this may be a home cooked meal type of day. This may be that type of vibe, but they'll go and still try to keep up with the Joneses. A lot of times it's individuals' mentality that's keeping them broke because they're following individuals, chasing things that aren't real, I hate when people say I can't stand social media. The reason why a lot of people are saying they can't stand social media is because they're trying to live up. They want to be what they see on social media. Is what it is. It's a tool. It's a business platform for you to promote whatever you have going on to bring individuals in. But the ones that don't like it is because they're into consumerism. They consume so much that they get tired of seeing it, or they want to and envy that lifestyle that they may see an individual living. When in so many words, in certain things, yes, it is smoke and mirrors, but if you understand marketing, you play it cool and you do what you need to do. But your habits are keeping you broke. That's why a lot of you won't ever see a certain amount of money. That's why a lot of you won't ever get to a certain level because of your mentality. Mentality is everything. Before a big game, I used to always prepare myself from the standpoint of, I know what I have to go out here and execute and do. Yeah, the joking and laughing, that's cool. But right before tip off, right before you look at that coach, you look at your teammates, you look at the crowd, it's game time. Everybody's locked in, everybody's focused. Nobody's over here giggling because I can't have that mentality. If I have that mentality, it's kill or be killed. But if I go in there with the right mentality, I'm gonna be successful. And the same can be applied to how you view and see money. The same can be applied to how you view and you want to get rich. When I go to sleep at night, I go to sleep and I try my best every single night. I'm falling asleep to money affirmations because I want that to seep into my subconscious. So when I wake up the next morning, I'm ready and I'm on pace and I'm on target for what I want to accomplish for that day. And a lot of you aren't ready because you're not preparing yourself. You're going to sleep to NBA Youngboy. You're going to sleep to all this wild craziness, things that shouldn't be in your psyche. And then you're waking up, your hormones are off, your attitude's off. Everything is just janky and shaky, and you have to prepare yourself for success. In every single thing you do, I limit myself even to listening to music to a degree because certain things can seep into my subconscious. So that's why I always try to play motivational things. I always try to play things that are gonna uplift me to unveil that quote unquote mentality of being in poverty, the mentality of being broke. And that's what you have to do. You gotta change your mindset. Stop trying to get the latest and the greatest of every single thing because they're just gonna continue to keep rolling out the latest and the greatest next year. You don't have to have those things. That's not real wealth. Warren Buffett and these guys drive Toyota Camrys and certain things. The real wealth is in their assets and what they have stored up. Yeah, okay, you have Balenci to the socks, you got Jordans, you got this, but what can it really profit you? If you're not making that an actual business where you're selling in mass to everyone, what is it doing for you? You have to change this mentality, man. If you don't change that mentality, you're gonna forever be broke. You're gonna forever be broke if you don't change that mentality. You gotta change that mentality, man. Excuse me. Until you change that mentality, you're gonna forever be in the same situation, man. Also, stop chasing females, bro. You gotta stop chasing women. Listen, you spend more money chasing women than having one woman, if that makes sense. And at this point, some of you may just need to be by yourself. I've been in that predicament. I need to just, at this period of my life, be to myself. Level up and just stay to yourself. But some of you can't sit still, like I said, because you're scrolling all day. You're letting lust and all these other things take over you. Sit down, bro. You are broke. You don't have no money, bro. Sit down and stop chasing ass, bro. Simple as that. Sit down and you're gonna save a lot more money. But I know we live in this lust-filled culture where we can't sit still. We gotta be here, we gotta do this. She got a fatty, she got this. Sit still. You don't have to be in the club every weekend, bro. We know you got it. You don't have to show and flaunt what you have. We know you got it. But sit still. Many of you, that's what your problem is. You can't sit still. You gotta sit still. You have to sit still. You don't have to have the latest and the greatest of every single thing that comes out. Sit still. You don't have to pop bottles in the club to show you have it. And that's what I feel like a lot of us in this generation, we always want to show that we have it. But the rich, they show they have it by property. They show they have it by investments. They show they have it in ways that can't be measured by pulling out a wad of cash, Gucci to the socks. They don't have to be shown that way. They'll show you that they have stock in Gucci, if anything. And that's what we have to get to with our mindset and our mentality if we want to get to the next level. So if you are tired of being broke, bro, sis, whoever, I highly encourage you to implement these tools into your everyday routine, man. Listen, I hope this video was a blessing to anyone who may have been listening. If it was, man, please make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Listen, down in the description link and in the comment section, I will be putting a link for self-development products if you are interested. But once again, thank you all for tuning in. My name is Energy Eli. I'm out. Believe.